Bosho, hello everyone. Eternal Sun here. Oh my god. It seems like since the pandemic, many of us have searched for ways to improve our quality of life. What if I told you mountain bike could improve your quality of life while you also have fun in the process? Everyone knows the dangers of mountain biking. This can often lead to it's not for me, with the fear that they'll get hurt or feel they aren't athletic enough. But hear me out. So, how did mountain biking change my life? Well, when I picked up mountain biking in the winter of 2019, my friends had more experience than me. They kind of just pulled me along daunting climbs and just treacherous steeps in the beginning.
Oh god, is this even a line? Yes, it is now!
I think we're on the double block now.
I spent most of my childhood playing competitive hockey and could easily pick up most sports. I tend to be physically competitive and push my limits, which is perfect combination for mountain biking, especially with friends who are more experienced. This meant that going fast and pushing myself led to involuntary sounds as I bellied out weird noises of all sorts in a mixture of fear and excitement.
Oh, whoa! Oh shit! No!
I found this experience to be similar to when you're on a roller coaster ride. However, my overconfidence quickly caught up to me as I would frequently crash on my bike.
Oh god!
Luckily, my injuries were minimal, except for a few. I quickly realized the payoff of wearing pads. The emotional and mental stimulation of the sport, as well as the physical, left me depleted after rides as I tried to keep up with my friend's pace. But it also left me with a buzz. Needless to say, I became hooked on the sport. Then COVID hit. Everyone knows what that was like. The sudden jolt of everyday life, halted by the pandemic, left many of us stressed out and anxious. Many of us found ourselves with more time on our hands than we knew what to do with. Mountain biking provided me with an opportunity to get out and reconnect with nature, friends, and myself. This is when I started to notice the connection between mountain biking and my cultural teachings of the medicine wheel. Now I know you're probably thinking, what is a medicine wheel? And I'm glad you asked. The medicine wheel is a spiritual symbol and tool in my indigenous culture that represents balance through 4 equal parts, which can be reflected in almost all life's experiences. Some of them that you might be familiar with would be the 4 seasons, the 4 directions, the 4 elements, and the 4 stages of life. For mountain biking, I recognize the connection between the 4 components of the human experience: the physical, the spiritual, the emotional, and the mental self and well-being. Among other things, biking provided me with a space to work on these attributes of myself. Everyone knows that you get a great cardio workout from biking. There are a few workouts that can push your physical body more than riding a bike up the mountain, only to descend afterward. Physically, it requires muscular strength, balance, and core strength. I remember my first few climbs pedaling up the steep mountain and others were passing me by effortlessly. My mind was quickly overcome by negative self-talk. I was not used to this. Being naturally athletic and competitive, this was a first for me. I saw this as an opportunity to practice mental strength. During my climbs, I practiced shifting my focus to my breath, the scenery, and taking myself back to the present moment. In a sense, I was meditating. Then there's the descent. You've made it up the mountain. Now it's time to ride down it. Talk about an emotional roller coaster. Riding down an uneven, janky terrain can be absolutely jerk you into a fight or flight response. I think most of us know what that feels like. Feeling all types of emotions from immortal to a complete failure and everything in between. If not surrounded by somewhat supportive friends,
I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it.
this can be a tough experience. Coming down from this physical, mental, and emotional ride with friends had me reflecting and embracing nature. Being in nature creates a unique spiritual experience that squashes the presence of an empty void within. I'm filled with gratitude to have found the sport that provides me space to improve in all aspects of my human self and has me feeling connected to my community, my environment, my cultural teachings, and my identity.